The real rivalry, Imaad, welcome back. So, Arsenal nil, Liverpool 3, what's supposed to be a big game was very much one sided, and you guys just didn't show up at all, man.
Yeah, before we get into the game, just a quick mention, man. Claude from Arsenal Fan TV. For me, like the godfather of Arsenal Fan TV, really sadly died, as I'm sure everyone knows. I on a personal level, for me, obviously, I never met the guy, but like just the amount of content of his that I watched, and like it was really devastating. Like, I mean, he was such a passionate fan. I mean, always like spoke what his heart felt, and like it was really sad. And I mean, he's really going to be missed. The voice of reason, and really agreed with him like on a lot of his views. And from the entertainment factor, he was like one of the funniest guys on AFTV. And yeah, I guess like he's getting a lot of love and like a lot of stuff on social media now. But like he went through like severe depression, but he probably didn't like realize how many people like like around the world like that like used to watch his
Appreciated it
content and
from
follow him and appreciated him. So shout out to him. Really sad about that.
yeah, dude,
And yeah, I guess
talking news.
also, I mean, and then like obviously like the 20th anniversary of like David Rocastle. I mean, like the players like celebrated him at the beginning of the game, all wearing his jerseys and everything, and then you're expecting like I was expecting like a really fired up performance, like to
Right.
start with, like intensity, closing down. Like we didn't see any of it from the first minute to the last minute. It reminded me a lot of that City game where we just approached the game with just zero intent, like completely negative, like no ambition whatsoever,
Just
like
sitting
no
in the
desire to
cooler
go out
box.
there
Just,
and win the game. I mean, like just settle, like literally we were just playing for a nil-nil there. And it's just not good enough, man. I mean, we saw it against City. Like you can't approach games like, I mean, they were happy to lose that game against, like, I mean, even if like when Liverpool went 1-0 up, we were happy to lose that game 1-0. I mean, I don't know what it is, because this team should be playing free of any pressure. We have nothing to play for in the league. They should be like going out there. Sorry, man, my fucking TV just
all
came
good, all
on.
good. Yeah.
But like this team really should be we should be playing like it should be free flowing. They have nothing to play for in the league. There's no pressure. Why are we playing so like such reserved
That's
football? I
negative
just don't
thinking as
understand
well.
it. Like,
I think
I
that
mean,
comes from
Arteta
the
should be
it comes from the
should be
manager though,
sending
man.
his players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it comes
exactly.
from the
He
manager.
should be sending his players out there, like they should like feel free to express themselves on the pitch. I mean, I said it like they have nothing to play for this season. I mean, it's just dreadful the way that, I mean, we approached that game. It was just negative. I mean, the only positive for Arteta from last night was that there were no fans in the stadium, man. Because as an Arsenal fan, like I don't care who we're playing, you can't be so negative in games. You have to be more entertaining, like going forward. I mean, I honestly like I'm happier to lose the game 4-3 than like concede 4 goals. I mean, one thing that everyone like stood up for Arteta was saying that he's improved our defense. Slowly that's starting to crumble now as well. We conceded three against West Ham. That was completely similar to like the Arsene Wenger reign,
Mhm.
like we discussed at that time. Capitulation against Liverpool. And the only difference is that we have zero threat going forward, no potency. This
Right.
looked like the Arsenal before, like, before we went on that run and we looked, but like the fact of the matter is it's just way too inconsistent, man. Like we look good against West Ham in one half. The game's gone. You're 3-0 down.
Right.
He's not able to build on like results and like go from there and like put a run of games together where we can win. Where we're winning
Right.
consistently. And I just don't
Even
like.
performances
And
are so inconsistent, right? Like your results are a reflection of your performances most of the time, and like they're just not like any Arsenal can turn up. Any Arsenal can turn up. It can be the one you saw in that second half against West Ham that scores 3 goals and actually looks good going forward, or it can be 90 minutes of what we saw against Liverpool. Like I think it was two shots on target or something. There was no desire to win that game. And you have to look at the players as well, though. Like it's a big game. It's Arsenal Liverpool. Did they even put a shift in? I question that as well. I don't even think your players put in enough of a shift. It was embarrassing. I
yeah,
was
they didn't. But I mean, at some level, I mean, the players have to be up for the game, obviously. But like the manager is the one who drills them and gets them up for it. I mean, I saw Tata's post match interview. I mean, he clearly said like he openly took the blame, which I kind of appreciate that he took the blame, and he said it's completely my fault. But like he's literally, the jury is completely out on Arteta right now. Like there's no one who can say confidently that like he is the right man for the job, or I mean, and you can't eat like I mean, I guess people could say he is the wrong man for the job, but I mean, literally the
I'd
fact of
say,
the matter is we have just the Europa League
I
now.
mean,
Everything rides on the Europa League. And I mean, I'm not confident, man. I'm not confident going into like those games because I mean, on one hand, we beat Olympiacos confidently away from home, and then at home we can put in a terrible performance and we lose. I mean, it's just the competition is going to get tougher. I mean, Slavia Prague just knocked out Leicester, and if we have
hmm,
to play Dinamo Zagreb or Villarreal, Zagreb not knocked out Spurs. Like
hmm.
these teams
It's
aren't going
not
to
going
be
to be
easy to
easy.
beat,
Yeah.
man. Like, and
You
I
play
don't
like this, you're
see
gonna
us.
lose. You play like how you played yesterday, bro. Any team in Europe is gonna
Yeah, and the fact is, like, he was basing his whole game on like defensive solidarity and stuff, and that's kind of like not happening lately, man. Like you've seen against Liverpool, like I mean, Rob Holding, like players who shouldn't be in the
win.
team are in the team. Rob Holding is still in this team. Where's William Saliba still like in
It's hard.
France? He's supposed to be like, I mean, it's crazy, man. Like Rob Holding got beaten in the air by Diego Jota, man. I mean, like that. Remember, he got beaten again, like he got beaten by Sterling like a couple of weeks ago when we played City. Like,
He's
I mean, how
balling
do you
on
get? You're a
speed, bro.
fucking centre back. This guy's not like proper centre backs enjoy fucking winning headers and getting on the end of everything, and like they're competing with men like
But
strikers
listen,
their
listen.
size. Like this guy, I mean,
He's
I don't care how
shocking.
good that
Is
ball
Mari
is. I don't care
injured
how.
though? Is Mari
Who?
injured or no? Pablo Mari, is he
I mean,
injured?
Mari was on the bench, but like, I mean, I don't know, man. He looked shaky. Gabriel for the two goals. I mean, he's been our best defender this season, but
He
he
was
looked like,
shocking,
I
bro.
mean, he was shocking. Like he for that first goal that Salah, the second goal that Salah scored, he just dived in for no reason. When
Right,
he could have stayed on his feet, he had the ball. He like got Salah behind him on his backside, and he could have just
right.
blocked the ball, shielded it out, kicked it out for a throw. He chooses to go down, like dives to his feet, like a David Luiz kind of move,
Yeah.
and then the third goal, he just tosses the ball out. I mean, like without even looking. Leno is just looking suspect again. I mean, Tierney is like injured now,
I'll
and
be
like that's gonna
honest.
be a big miss. With
Even the
Tierney out, I mean, like
goalkeepers.
there's a lot of issues. I mean, you look at Ceballos in the midfield, he was poor. I mean, we don't have any depth in that midfield. Xhaka is out, and you got Ceballos has to come in. I mean, it's just like a lot of areas to improve on, man. And like with Arteta, I just saw like a table of like his Arteta's first 50 games against Emery's first 50 games and against in Wenger's last 50 games. I mean, Wenger had the best win percentage, then it was Emery, and then Arteta significantly lower. The only difference is we scored about 20 goals less under Arteta. Uh,
Right.
and we've conceded a bit less as well. I mean, but the fact of the matter is the defensive errors are still there. We're still shaky at the back, and going forward, he's just not getting it. I mean, Aubameyang and Lacazette, he's playing players out of form. Aubameyang, if he's not playing down the middle, he shouldn't be on
He
the
shouldn't
left.
be
He's
on
on
the
the
pitch.
periphery. He cannot play on the left, like, and he's just looking disinterested right now. He doesn't know what to do out
You
there.
can't
Play
keep playing him,
Martinelli.
dude. You can't. He shouldn't have. Aubameyang should not. So that's the thing with favoritism. So two things, right? We know Rob Holding is shit. He just needs to not be playing. I don't know why Arteta would put him on the pitch. Put anybody else on, not Rob Holding, right? He's crap. Then, as far as Aubameyang is concerned, I don't think this is the first performance, dude. Like this has been going on for months now. You
Yeah,
can't
it's not
bench.
good enough.
He has to be benched if he looks disinterested.
Yeah.
Have the balls
And
to
right
put.
now, I would say put Aubameyang down the middle, but Lacazette's been playing well, so you don't drop Lacazette because he's been playing well. Like you don't take players who are playing well out of the team. You keep Lacazette on the like down the middle, and you just put Martinelli on the left. I mean, like try something different. I mean, I know we were
Right.
missing Smith Rowe and Saka, but
Why
like
not
they're
put
fucking they're,
Martinelli?
they're fucking kids, man. We can't be relying on two kids when we've got players like Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Pepe, a 72 million player. I mean, it's just not good enough, and there's no intensity from the team. I mean, they want pressing. I mean, they just like second balls. You have to win second balls. You have to win duels. Like Liverpool were winning every duel. I mean, Liverpool, like everyone knows, man. You can get at them this season. Like Fulham
Right.
played them a
They've been
couple of
so
weeks ago
poor.
and fucking got at them. We didn't even try getting at them. There was no intent. There was nothing. And like, I honestly don't like. I mean, if Arteta does not win the Europa League,
He
really,
has
I
to go,
don't.
dude. He has to go if he doesn't
Yeah,
win.
100%, man. I mean, I don't see what justification fans like who want Arteta in will have if like we don't win the Europa League because the season's been a complete write-off and he's been in charge. I mean, his decisions have cost us like from start to finish. I mean, you look at the Ozil decision, you look at like
Mm.
his tactical decisions. I mean, his in-game management, like his
Getting
substitutions,
knocked out of the
like
FA
his
Cup.
fa- his favoritism. Yeah, his decision making to get us knocked out of the FA Cup. I mean, it's been like mistake after mistake. The only thing that's going to redeem this is winning the Europa League. And like,
Right.
I mean, I just feel like there's so much pressure on the players now, like when they play like against Slavia Prague on Thursday night, because every Europa League game, man, every minute of every Europa League game now is going to be like immense
Defines the
pressure for the
season and
players.
defines his job, defines what the players do moving
Yeah,
forward. But here's the thing though, like it's a big opportunity for Arsenal, right? Like you're this, I would say this has probably been one of the weakest Europa leagues of recent times. There aren't many good teams left, especially right now. Like
yeah,
there aren't many good teams left. There's no real big threats. Like Arsenal should 100% be getting to the final. The same can be said about United as well, but Arsenal should 100% be getting into the finals.
yeah. I mean, but like honestly, there's, I mean, when we couple, I think last time we spoke, I said I fancy us to get to the final after like this. I honestly don't know, man. With Arsenal, you just never know which Arsenal's gonna turn up. So
Hmm.
I mean, you just gotta pray that like we manage to do enough over like the next two games against Slavia Prague, and then hopefully get through, deal with the semi-final when it comes, and then I mean, it's just like literally. I mean, it's not like I'm talking about like I don't have expectation. It's more just hope.
Hmm.
I have expectation for the final, obviously, but in terms of winning, like the actual, like the winning the trophy, I don't have like I don't expect us to win it. But I mean,
But
we have
before
to win
we
it, but I don't expect us to win it.
right before we go there though, right? Like what about like I know the league's a write-off, right? But there has to be some like there has to be some accountability for the number of defeats this season. I think this is the most number of
Yeah,
defeats Arsenal have had ever.
100%. And honestly, you're
What
looking
is
at the
this
league
man?
table. I mean, we're looking at the league table right before the Liverpool game, and I'm actually excited, thinking that we're only like, I think if we beat Liverpool, we'd have been 1 point behind Liverpool, right
Hmm.
off the top six.
Hmm.
Um, and I think like 9 or 6 points of Chelsea
Hmm.
in top four. I mean, we're still if it's has however crazy this sounds, mathematically, I mean, anything can happen over 8 games. I mean, Chelsea lost
Hmm.
5 to the West Brom. Like a
Hmm.
win against Liverpool would have put us right back in the mix, and then like you can kind of get your troops together and like rally your players and tell them, look,
And at
man, like
least
fucking
finish in the
seven
Europa
games
League
left.
again.
You win 6 of these games, you actually
Hmm.
could finish in the top four. Like as crazy as that sounds, like
Hmm.
mathematically that's still open, but these players don't seem to have like been like told like they have any incentive before these games. Like they're
Hmm.
just going out and being like, yeah,
It's
just
just
walk in the
another
park,
game, just
lads.
another
Yeah,
day in the fucking
just fucking see it
in the
through. We'll just
office.
start over next season. I mean, pick
Hmm.
it up now. Like, I mean, it's literally like after West Ham, you're thinking last thing Arsenal are going to do is concede 3 goals again. Well, guess fucking what? We concede 3 goals again.
Right. Again, it could have been more also, honestly. The first half, Liverpool were dominating. I think like
Yeah,
even the tactics, right? Like he's incapable of changing anything during the game yesterday. He should have seen that Liverpool were pressing them high. They were all over Arsenal from the start. He didn't change anything. The two in midfield were completely overran, I thought.
yeah, we were exactly. I mean, we were getting outrun in midfield. I mean, you have to change it then itself, and then like, I mean, irrespective of that, like, I mean, even like, I guess Tierney gets injured, he has to bring Cedric on. Like, it's a forced change.
Hmm.
But even then, I mean, like El Neni coming on for Ceballos when you need a goal. I mean, like, why would you not just fucking go all guns blazing? Just and then you like, I mean, you have Willian on the bench who's an attacking player. You could bring
Hmm.
him on
You could have
instead
brought
of
on
El Neni.
Martinelli earlier also.
Yeah,
You
and
could have
just
brought
drop
on
Erdegaard a
Martinelli.
little deeper. I mean, I don't understand. Like, we have nothing to fucking. You're acting like we have something to play for in this league. Like, how does it matter if we lose 3-0 or fucking 5-2? Like, I mean, how does that matter? Just try and at least like get your like attacking football going, get some rhythm
Right,
going, like
right,
in like the
exactly.
final third. But like, there's just no intent from
He's
this
just
team.
trying to save
And
face
honestly,
in these big
and I think this
games.
manager's job is now like after every defeat, it's just getting tighter and tighter, man. Like for him, Arteta, it's just gonna be. It's just job is hanging by a thread. Like now, man, it's
In
literally
front of
hanging on
fans,
that. You're that.
according to the fans, for sure. Yeah, he's. I think a lot of
Yeah,
fans have turned on
it's
against him now.
literally hanging on that. It's hanging on that Europa League thread, man. I mean, if something
Right,
goes wrong and like we go down to 10 men in like one of those games and
it's
bad
over.
decision, and it's just our season's over. Hopefully Arteta's done then.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Because I'm not trusting this process right now, man. It's just too inconsistent. Like, I mean, it's one good result. It like gives you a glimmer of hope that, okay, this is what can be under Arteta. And then it's just back to square one. I mean, you need to see some consistency. Like, you need to see like, I mean, even like the results aren't going your way. I mean, there's a difference between losing in the way we did and like at least against West Ham, you could see that fight back. But like, if I at
Hmm.
least seen that against Liverpool, you would have been like, okay, like, or
Right.
like some intent.
No,
But
they
I
are a
mean, the
good
fact
team. Like
is,
Liverpool, at the end of the day, they are champions from last year, right? But like the what shocked me yesterday was like it, it's like Arteta told us, told the players, see, listen, don't get injured, just keep it tight. Let's just keep it tight. We don't need to win this game. The main game's on Thursday. It was just like there was no intent at all.
Liverpool's main game, and Liverpool have a much bigger game on Tuesday. They're playing
We
fucking
have
Madrid on
really
Tuesday.
exactly.
So why are they going for it so hard then? I mean, we still have to like. I mean, it just. I mean, Arteta. Look at the stats. Go read the stats of your win percentage. You fucking don't approach games like that when you have a win percentage like that, man.
Right, exactly.
Like you
This is
fucking try and
shocking.
improve. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I honestly like. I'm just gutted. Like I feel bad because I mean, I would have loved to hear what like fucking Claude would have had to say about this because
I'm
he would
sure
have
he would
been
say it's
livid right
time to
now.
go.
Yeah,
He would
it's
have
time
said
to go,
it's time
man.
to fucking go for sure.
Yeah. So
Anyways, man, so let's see what happens on Thursday then. I think that's the big game for you guys. And we're about to play now. Hopefully we can
it's the
see
only game for us, I'll tell you that.
it. Right, for sure. Anyways, dude, good catching up with you. Let's
All
see.
right.
We'll be back next week.
All right, all the best for the United game. Hope you guys get slapped up by Brighton, man.
I doubt it, man. I doubt it. I'll see you.